Oh my goodness, what the hell is wrong with this team? They were up 22 points in the fourth quarter. In the fourth quarter, they were not up 22 in the third at half. They were up 22 in the fourth quarter. All they had to do was score more points. Don't let the other team score more points, and just take care of the ball. But yeah, I don't know who to blame for this. I think it's just a team effort for the whole Cavaliers to collapse. And it's a team effort for the whole Knicks to come back. Kudos to the Knicks. Kudos to Jalen Brunson. Kudos to Mike Brown for not panicking, always staying cool and collected. He uses his timeouts well, he uses his offensive sets well, and Shamet stepped up, Josh Hart stepped up, Mikal Bridges stepped up, Cat stepped up. It's a whole team effort being down that big in the fourth. I want to focus first on the Cavs. Harden played 42 minutes, only got 15, 5 out of 16 from the field, only 1 out of 8 from the 3-point line. 1 out of 8. He had 6 turnovers. Look at that. Donovan Mitchell got 29. I think he already got 29 with 7-8 minutes in the fourth. I'm not sure, but he was stuck at 29. It never gone up. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, that's what happened. They were trying to kill the time. They were trying to run out the clock in the expense of them not shooting the ball, not scoring, not going to their normal place, not doing their normal stuff. It's like they're gonna attack with 5 seconds left in the shot clock, and you got 6 defenders now, including shot clock, and that almost game-winning shot from Merrill that made Mike Breen say half a bang. It was like bang, in and out. It was like that. If he had made a shot, then it's a completely different story. But still, having that lead just evaporate right in front of you in New York in game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals, and you're the away team, that's gotta hurt. Also, kudos to Samer for the game 7 last series. I think I haven't given him his flowers. He really had a good game. And actually now, let me check. I think he hit some shots, right? Sam Merrill, yeah, he got 12 points. That's good for a role player. 3 out of 8 from the 3-point line. Yeah, that's good. Just come on, man. And in the first quarter, both teams were having a difficult time, and it's more like they're trying to force 3-pointers, both of them. Just trying to take shot after shot in the 3-point land without shots going in. And then finally they snap out of it and try to penetrate. Schroeder tried to penetrate Harden, Mitchell. Then the Knicks tried to, but they just turned the ball over a lot of the time. That's why the Cavs had that lead, and Donovan Mitchell really was on fire for the first 3 quarters. Then the fourth quarter happened. It was Brunson time, the Brunson burner, and we can remember that he was the clutch player of the year. Was he? No. I think that was 2 years ago or just last year. I forgot. But he was the clutch player of the year. Let me check that. Yep, it was just last year, 24 and 25 season. Jalen Brunson won the clutch player of the year award, and that's why he won that award. This is why he's so good in the fourth quarter. He's so good at clutch time that he just puts his entire team on his shoulders. In this game, he had 38, 15 out of 29 from the field, only one three-pointer. So, yeah, you know Brunson, he wants to attack the paint, he wants to attack the mid-range. That's his bread and butter. All his spin moves, his step backs, his fakes, his up and under, his spin moves, that's Jalen Brunson. And the fact that they were hunting James Harden, that didn't help for Cleveland. And we all know that Harden is still a bad defender, especially in the perimeter. And when you have a guy like Jalen Brunson on the opposing team, so you should not let your opponent hunt James Harden. You should not let Jalen Brunson, of all people, to hunt James Harden. And Michael Bridges had a good game, 18 points, 7 out of 11. Got 2 3-pointers, one of them in the fourth. That really big three, one from him and one from Shamet, that really forced this comeback and forced overtime. And eventually they finished the job. Karl Anthony Towns only got 13 points in 40 minutes. Only 1 out of 5 from the 3-point land, but he got 13 rebounds. 6 rebounds for Mitchell Robinson. It's not really a pretty game for both teams. You can see a lot of inconsistencies for these two teams. You know, going back to the first round, even in the season, they were so inconsistent that I really don't know who's gonna win this series. I don't know who's gonna come out of the East, but I do know whoever comes out of the East, I don't think they can handle whoever wins the Western Conference Finals. They're just very inconsistent. I know that there are matchup problems, that each game is different from other games, but I just don't. These two teams are ready to be champions, and I'm sorry if I'm wrong. Then who cares? I'm wrong. So what? But I think this is the reason why Indiana came out of the East last year, because they were consistent. They have a defensive identity. They know what to do with the ball. On the offensive side, they take care of it, and they have their automatics, and they don't force shots most of the time. And just watching these two teams play, it's like the Cavs have a run, and then suddenly they look clueless on the court. The Knicks have a run, then suddenly they look clueless on the court. But this time, in the fourth quarter and in OT, the Knicks have this. And I think it's just every fourth quarter, you must be careful against the Knicks, because they always ramped up their play in the fourth quarter. I don't know why. Why won't they just ramp it up the whole game? I don't know. Maybe it's energy conservation or something. But yeah, Jalen Brunson, what a spectacular game. He looked like MJ in the fourth, kind of. But yeah, excited for game 2 for OKC and Spurs, and hopefully game 2 for Cavs and Knicks will also be a banger. This was a banger, but it's kind of weird. Like, you can see the inconsistencies. So yeah, that's it. Bye.
Okay, look, I'm tired. I'll see you later.
Alright, Holmes, just think about what I said.
Hey, give me that.